This morning is a sad one. 48-year-old man shot and killed in front of his Southfield home.
Yeah, Amy, investigators say the suspects drove off with his car, leaving him to die. Fox 2's Robin Murdoch is live and joins us with the very latest from Southfield with a new development. Police are telling us something. What is it, Robin?
Yeah, you know, Lee, they have a lot of new information that is coming out right now. I actually just left the press conference, which is still going on right behind me here at the Southfield Police Department. Actually, it looks like it may have just ended just a couple of minutes ago, because I can see some of the other media now making their way out of the police department. But what the chief of police is telling us is that they do have a person of interest connected to this deadly carjacking. That person of interest was injured in a shootout with the victim. So that is something that we have not heard before. And the victim in this case, he is a beloved father, a beloved husband, a beloved neighbor, and a very popular businessman, we are told. We're talking about 48-year-old Frederick Hudson. He was shot and killed outside of his home in Southfield on a Primary Drive right around 8 o'clock on Sunday night. Now, police say that the victim was actually followed to his house by 3 suspects in a vehicle, and that this was not random at all. Then they actually have surveillance video, home surveillance video, that shows exactly what happened. Take a listen to the chief of police as he describes it as well.
These individuals exit the vehicle. The individual armed with a handgun approaches Mr. Hudson's on the driver's side of the vehicle. The other 2 suspects follow in on the passenger side. At some point, there was an exchange of gunfire between Mr. Hudson and the armed suspect. It appears that Mr. Hudson was successful in striking that suspect as he fell to the ground. While that suspect was on the ground, he was able to continue firing and ultimately did strike Mr. Hudson.
Now, the chief of police went on to say that one of the suspects was shot in that shootout. He ended up going to a nearby hospital about 12 minutes later. That 25-year-old remains in the hospital right now after being shot several times in the situation. And please describe him as a person with a criminal history. He's had issues in Redford as well as Detroit previously. So he is being described as a person of interest right now. There's still working to identify the other suspects involved in this. So obviously, if you have any information that could help police out with this, they would like to talk to you. In the meantime, there is a GoFundMe account that has been set up to help the Hudson family go through this and deal with this situation. Obviously, very, very difficult on them. We are told he had 2 children and he had a wife that he was married to for over 20 years. So certainly a very difficult time for a lot of people right now. We are live in Southfield. Robin Murdoch, Fox 2 News.